So we'll do some stretches here. Before we begin, just some basic things to get our bodies ready. We're going to start with the tricep first. We're not going to use the bands for the stretches, but just let's drop our arm behind our head. Lightly pull down on the elbow. Try to slide that other arm down the spine. And let's just hold it here for a few seconds. All right, let's switch. All right, next, we're going to stretch our shoulders, chests. We're just going to cross our arms as far as you can, overlapping the elbows, and just really reach past as far as you can. And let's hold it there. Now we're going to do the complete opposite move. Just arms arch at your back. Just get those arms as far back as you can. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Let's hold this. All right, now we're going to go arms straight back. Just like this. Go as far as you can while sitting upright. You may need to adjust yourself depending what chair you're on. Let's just hold this for a few seconds. We're going to stretch our biceps now, so palm down, and our forearm too. We're going to do a little forearm workout. So just like this, pull slightly back on the fingers. Don't yank them back too far. It's a nice, easy stretch. Let's switch. Next, we're going to arch our back. Just arch the back, poke out the chest, and hold. And then the other way, complete opposite move. Let's shrug those shoulders and roll, curl our backs. And lastly, we'll just do our obliques. So take either arm and just try to touch the ground. It's a lateral move, kind of like the ab workout we do. Let's just hold it down there. And switch, other side. All right, well, we are ready for the first set of our workout. We're gonna do the biceps. We're gonna do 3 exercises, 3 for the biceps. They're all gonna be basically one after the other. And then we're gonna add some supersets at the low anchor point, which we'll get to in a little bit. But for right now, I'm gonna use a green, red, and yellow band. So you probably want it somewhere around this area. I stay away from the 2 heaviest bands, but even 2 would be fine. Like a red and green would do the job too for this one. But we're gonna do just a test run, make sure the weight is good for you, and then we'll get going here. So our first exercise is just gonna be a straight curl. I recommend just for these first ones to stand because of the amount of tension you can get. And what I mean by that is when I stand, this is perfect amount of tension to do a curl. I don't have to grab it lower or spread wider. You can do it seated too. The problem is with the seated position here, if you want to use the handles, you have all this slack and you're really only working a little bit here. So if you're going to be in a seated position, you're probably going to want to grab the bands lower. Grab them around mid-shin, just like this, even a little bit lower. And then you're able to do the straight curl. So choose what you would like to do, what works for you, seated or standing. I'm going to be demonstrating from a standing position just because I want to use the handles for these. So with that said, we're going to do 30-second sets here. Or let's do 20. We'll do 20 reps actually. We'll do 20 reps, lightweight. It'll be easier. Plus my iPad's dead with the timer. So straight curl. If you want to try your resistance to make sure that you're working hard enough, now's the time to do it. But this is the motion we're going to do from the side. You're just bending at the elbow. You shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't be struggling with it. It's just nice and easy move. Bend at the elbow. So here we go. And we'll begin. We'll do a count of 20. Halfway. And one more. All right. Now we're just going to switch our grip to reverse. So just like this. And we're going to be doing the same thing, but a reverse curl. For these, you don't have to go as high as with the normal curl because it won't. Sometimes your arm just won't allow you to do that, depending on your flexibility. So it's just this motion right here is fine, and you're going to feel this in the forearm quite a bit. If you don't feel in the forearm, then the form is a little bit off. So here we go. We're going to do 20. And begin. Again, you're just bending at the elbow. Halfway. Three more. Last one. All right. Now we're going to switch our grip and do a neutral grip. So you can either grab the bands lower, or if you have these bands, you can actually slide. You can change your grip by just sliding this, just like that. So now I have a neutral grip. Up to you what you want to do. I'm doing the handles because the height's perfect. Like I said, with the tension, with the amount of tension. And we're just gonna go hammer curl. Looks like this from the side. So here we go, 20 and begin. Halfway there. Two more. Last one. Oh, and rest. All right. Let's take about a 20-second rest here. You should already feel the burning, feel the pump, and the forearms for that last one. So we're gonna do one more set of this, just because I want to get through all these exercises. Instead of 3 sets, we'll just do 2 of everything. So we're going to repeat that one more time. We're just going to go a little bit faster this time since we should be familiar with how everything looks. So back to just straight curls. And here we go. It's 10. Three more. And that's 20. Now flip the grip. Palms facing you. And we're going to do reverse curls. And let's begin. If you want to make things easy on yourself, just squat a little bit lower. That's going to decrease your tension. So if this is getting hard, just go down a little bit lower and it's going to release some tension. So that's 10 more. $15. 2 more. All right, and stop. And now to hammer curls. So change your grip or grip it lower. And here we go. That's 10. Three more. Last one. All right. Ooh. Biceps are definitely feeling it ready, so we're going to give those a break for a few minutes. And we're going to move on to our triceps. So I recommend doing this in a seated position. It seems to work very good in the bands. So what you can do, I choose to throw the band under the stool I'm sitting on. So if you have a chair where you can do that, that might be your best option, but you can also just sit on them. For this purpose, we're gonna do extensions, tricep overhead extensions. I just like under the seat, it tends to move less. I could feel it moving when I sit on it. Plus it gives me a little bit extra tension on it. But this is what we're gonna do. Palms just like that. Hands behind our head. And we're gonna extend our arms up. So why don't you guys get set with, if your weight's a little bit off, now's a good time to adjust that. I'm keeping the same thing I use for biceps. It seems to work pretty good for me. So I'll give you guys about 10 more seconds to set up. right, and the first set, again, we're gonna do sets of 20. I'm gonna start behind my head and we're just going straight up, bending at the elbow. That's 10. Three more. Last one. All right. Next one, I'm going to keep bands under the chair. And this time, I'm going to start in this position, kind of like you're flexing. And you're just going to extend, straighten out those arms into like a Y shape. So I have my thumb under, just like this. Band on the side of my body. You're in a flex position. And just bend at the elbow. And extend those arms into a Y shape. This one's going to be difficult because it makes you really isolate and keep your arms still. So you may need to drop the weight a little bit if you're struggling. But let's give it a shot. Do the first set of 20 and begin. Halfway there. Five more. One more. And rest. Let me fix my screen. All right. For the last exercise, we're going to use our feet as the anchor. So let me drop the camera. These are dumbbell kickbacks, but we're doing them with bands. So what I'm doing here is I'm straightening my legs out. If you can't, it's okay. You're just going to grab the band a little bit lower when you do the kickback. But if you can straighten your legs out all the way, I'm still going to grab the band underneath the carabiners, just like this, because you want a neutral grip when you do this. And then I'm going to lean forward so it forces my elbows to bend, and then I'm going to straighten out the elbows. I'll show you the side view of what it should look like. I'm going to lean forward, nice bend in the elbow, and I'm just extending just like that. So find the method that works best for you, and here we go. You want to forward lean just about as much as you can, keeping that upper part of the arm still. It's 10. Five more. Last one. All right. That's a good one. It's one of my favorite tricep exercises. So now we're going to go back to the first one. Take a quick drink of water if you need one. We're going to run through those one more time. Once again, just going to slip it under the chair. Start behind the head, and we're going to go up. Make sure your band is even. You should be able to notice it if one arm is working a little bit harder. 5 more. Last one. All right. And we're going to do the flex ones. Here we go. Make sure it's even. We're going to flex position, and then we're going to extend. Here we go. 2. Halfway there. Five more. Last one. Ooh, those are good. Those burn. And then to our kickbacks around our feet. So go ahead and put your band around your feet. This is our last tricep exercise before we go to our low anchor points. And here we go. I got my legs extended, gripping slightly below the handles, below the carabiners. Lean forward. And there we go. Halfway there. Five more. 2 more. All right. And rest. All right. Good time to grab water. And then we're going to switch over to the low anchor. So if you want to head over to your low anchor point, I'm going to set up my camera in a different way. Oh, okay. There's my low anchor. So why doesn't everyone take about 30 seconds? And I'm going to put that same weight that I had, green, yellow, and red, into the anchor. And we're going to get going here in a second. So here we're going to be doing supersets. I'm going to give myself a little bit of an angle here. Since the biceps involve using the back, we're going to be adding moves that really focus on the back, but also the biceps. And then we're going to supplement it with just a bicep exercise. So you should really get the best of both worlds here. But what you're going to want to do is set yourself up so you have a good amount of tension with your arms straight, seated. Because what we're going to do is underhand rows, just like that. So make sure it's challenging enough. And then we're going to go right into incline curls. So what that is, we're just going to lean forward and do these. It's probably going to require you for the second set to move slightly back to create more tension. Just like that. so it's going to look like this. We're going to do a set and then right into incline curls. So take a few seconds here, get yourself set up. And we'll get going. Again, we're going to do sets of 20. And here we go, first set. So you want to pull down by your waist. It should be under your belly button. These underhand rows. That's 10. Two more. Last one. And then straight into our incline. So I'm going to slide my seat slightly back to add a little bit more tension. And here we go. You could rest your elbows on your, like what I'm doing here, because I like to have a stable arm. I really want to isolate the bicep. You can do it just like this, but it's kind of, sometimes it can be hard to keep that arm still. So I recommend just this right here. I have my hands together, handle to handle. That's halfway. Do 3 more. Last one. All right. And then we're going to go back into our rows, low rows. So for this one, I'm actually leaning a little bit back, just slight lean back, just to have that more tension. Halfway. Two more. All right. And right into our curls. It's 10. Two more. All right, and rest. Grab some water and we're gonna move into a similar but chest and tri superset. For this, we're gonna need to have our back to the bands, because we're gonna be doing pressing motions. And what we're gonna want is just this right here. Just like that. We're gonna do these close grips. So it's gonna look like this. You can't see me from that angle, but I'm gonna keep my hands really close together to really work the tris. You're gonna get a little rubbing. There's not much we can do on the side here. This is what it's gonna look like. So why don't you guys set up real quick? And we'll get right into it. Again, I have my same bands on. It's a little easy for the chest pressing, but it's going to be perfect when we do our second part of it. I don't want to keep going back and forth, so I'd rather do a lighter weight with more repetitions. All right. All right. Hopefully everyone's ready and set up, so we'll get going here. So the first one, just a close grip, very narrow press, chest height. Might want to lean forward a little bit more to create more tension, like I'm doing here. That's 10. Two more. All right, and stop. And now we're going to superset it. We're going to lean forward, and we're going to do these extensions just like this. Let me fix my camera because my top of my hands are a little bit cut off. Basically, we're just going to lean forward with this grip and extend. Like our overhead extensions, we're just doing them on a different plane here, different angle. So here we go. We're going to do 20 and begin. It's 10. Three more. 1, 2, and 3. Whew. All right. I'm feeling that. So we're going to do one more set of those, and then we're going to move on to our final exercise. So back into press position. Keeping the grip narrow. And 20. Ready? And go. It's 10. Three more. Last one. All right. Can't wait to get done with this next one. So last set here for this superset. We're going to lean forward and 20. Ready and begin. That's 10. Two more. All right. And rest. I'm sure your shoulders are feeling it too. That's why we warmed up our shoulders. They play a pretty big role in arm exercises. All right. How are we on time? Good. We're going to do one more tricep exercise and one more bicep. And for this one, we're going to be facing sideways to our anchor. So I'm going to be sitting sideways. And the moves we're going to do, we may need to adjust our, we're definitely going to need to adjust. So I'm going to drop the green band. So what I want on there are the two lightest bands, which for me are the yellow and the red. So if you guys want to adjust your weight right now, that'd be wonderful. I'm just going to let that hang there. No need to take it off. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a tricep. I'm resting my other hand here. And we're just doing this motion. I'm gripping both handles. Easy enough where I could do that. And I'm going to hang my arm straight down and just extend the elbow down, just like that. So I want to start with a little bit of tension right here by my left knee. I got a good amount of tension already. And now I just want to extend that. So find the right spot for you. Give you guys about 10 seconds and we're going to get started. Just letting that green band hang for the time being. And here we go. We're going to do 2 sets of these. Ready and begin. That's 10. Three more. 2, 1, and rest. All right. Quick break, and we're going to do 1 more set. Then we'll move on to our last bicep exercise. All right, so here we go. 1 more set of 20 and begin. Again, the key is to keep this part of your arm still. Just bending at the arm. Halfway. Two more. 1 and 2. All right. Well, we made it to our last exercise. So for this one, it's going to be bicep curl. It's a decline. I'm going to have to switch my camera slightly. You're going to want a little bit more tension here. But what it's going to look like, you're going to want to be slightly reclined. So front of your chair. This way you're also going to work the core a little. So you're hanging just like this. You're going to do a curl, just a straight curl. I wish I could show you guys the side angle, but I can't with the anchor like this. But this is the motion we're doing. And this is what it looks like from the side. So you want to have tension from the very beginning. And we're just doing a curl. So let's do a set of 20 here. And begin. If you have something to hold on to, it'd be better. I don't. That's 10. Last one. And let's switch arms. So I'm just going to spin myself around. And here we go. Slight recline back. Halfway there. Three more. Last one. All right. And rest. What time do we have? All right, just enough time to repeat that one more time real quick. So 20 each, both arm. Ready and begin. Halfway. Three more. Last one. And switch arms. Let's begin. Halfway there. Three more. Last one. All right. And that's it. That's it for today.